Hey guys, it's like 3 months later, and I made a video about a grain bin on a budget with these IBCs. I got 3 of them, and I think they hold about, 1 or 2 tons, so they hold all of it, and there's still space in the head of the bin. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, what happens when you get down to the bottom? Because this thing's square. How do you get it out of there? It doesn't just run out, right? It doesn't fall into the center like a normal grain bin. So it's actually not, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass, I won't lie, but for close to $100 on IBCs, it's not that big of a deal. So firstly, you see this ladder here. I have a ladder because I have to get to the top, and once I do get to the top, there's a hole there, but I got this it's a sidewalk edger, and you can see that there's some stuff, some material missing on it, right? So this is the original edge, and that's untouched, but I cut a flat piece off, and it was sticking out about here, so about an inch and a half, something like that. And I cut an angle here, and then I cut about half of this off this side. And the reason I had to do that is because the full size will not fit in that hole. So you could use a piece of wood or something like that, but you got to get down in there with something. And I figured something that's handled, with a replaceable handle, will last me a lot longer, even if I leave it outside and the handle rots off, and be a lot nicer to use. So what do I do with this thing? First, to get my ladder, I lean it up against here, and I know you're probably thinking, once this thing becomes light, that's going to be a problem. And you're right, it is going to be a problem, because I'm going to climb this thing and it's going to push it. So maybe I'll get a 2x4 and cram it on the backside to make sure that I don't climb this and push it and bust my ass. But yeah, so we climb up it, lean in a little bit, and stick this guy down, and from here you just kind of drag it across the bottom, and see how it's cleaning the bottom there real nice? That's why I put that flat piece on it, so it doesn't miss a whole bunch. But ultimately I can tip this thing and kind of tilt what's in the back toward the front, and that'll help a lot too. But you get most of it in there, and when I'm ready I'll tilt it. But you can see you kind of just pile it up toward the front there, and then I've already piled it a little bit, so you move your ladder out of the way and you just proceed as normal, right? So like the last video, auger's stuck in here, so you just run that guy in reverse, maybe. Yeah, run it in reverse, kick your bucket under, and we're back in business. So what you'll notice here is the grain output kind of becomes low, right? Like, because what you're doing is you're making a cone where there's no more material inside there. And what I've noticed to gain me a few minutes, right, like a little more grain output, is you put this guy in like this, and you run it, and you kind of sweep it side to side, and what that does is it reach in there into the side of the piles here and pull it a little bit in toward you, so you don't have to get back up there and move some more stuff around and then go again for another 30 seconds, and you save a little bit of time. But that's really it. Once it comes down to it, I'm going to break down and buy a grain bin, because the niceness of having that funnel on the bottom, it just can't be beat, right? Like, but if you don't have, you know, I think the cheapest grain bin I seen was $1,500, or a storage shed for the FIBCs. You don't have that kind of money, then yeah, this is a viable alternative for the moment. So, you know, as always, your mileage may vary. Thanks for watching, guys.